Okay, guys, looks like a few people have been sharing their everyday carry kits, so I thought I would do the same. What I've got here is the basics of what I carry in my pockets, not every day, but most days that I'm working. I work in an industrial facility. There are times when I have to, because of my work, I have to get through a gate, sometimes quickly, and there's not always a key readily available. People misplace them, or the issues I deal with most commonly are locks that are padlock issues. So you have locks that are rusted and they just haven't been used in so long that they're rusted solid, in which case it's tri-flow, and if that doesn't work, bolt cutters. I deal with lost combinations, lost keys, stuff like that. Quite often that results in bolt cutters, but if it's not a really urgent thing, if I have a little bit of time, I do have other ways in this kit, and also ways to deal with other types of locks, say a building door I need to get through, or access to an electrical breaker to get something shut off pretty quickly. One of the first would be my key ring here. These are keys that are commonly used in my facility for breaker panels or other access panels, cabinets, whatnot. You know, some of them are common everywhere. Some of them are specific. This is actually for a warded master lock, which there are still some of in my facility. Was that the old CH751 covered in pocket lint, CH512s, some of your normal keys. I also have in this little pouch, I have Padlock Shims. Pouch keeps them from poking through my pockets, keeps them safe in there. This is actually my most commonly used tool, good old Leatherman. This is my new replacement for my old one, which I used daily now for 20-some years. It has definitely broke the tip off of that. You know, it's had its use and abuse, and it was starting to get a little loose in the joint, which was causing me some problems. So I think somewhere around a year or so ago, I broke down and bought a replacement. I have the Sparrow's gem here for getting through doorways if I have to. What's attached to it here is a small pry bar, and the purpose of that is I can separate the two with this little hasp here. If the doorway is too tight or I can't quite get behind the latch, I can actually put this in, pry a little more room to get the gem in and do what I need to do there. I've actually only had to use that setup once. The bulk of the kit is here. This is one of those old key caddies that I got at a garage sale, and it's really convenient for this. It's kind of fallen apart. That's why I used the rubber band. The snap is falling apart. In here you'll find my comb pick tension bars from Sparrows. I also have 2 tension wrenches that I store up in this top piece here. They're cut down. They stay in there nicely. And then what's nice about this particular key caddy is not only can you flip things out and use them that way, but you can pull this bar and easily slip out items. And these are my picks. These were originally part of my very first lockpick set. They had plastic handles that mounted on here. They were pretty long, but the plastic was brittle, and in not too much time, the ones I used started to snap off right at the end of the tang here. So I set them to the side, but then when I was thinking about doing this, I discovered that they work pretty well. I can use them just like this, or if I need a little more precision, I have this shortened X-Acto knife handle. I just slip them in there, tighten that down, and I now have a pick with a handle. And I've polished them up. They're a little thick. I think they're 28 thousandths. But for the type of stuff I'm doing, they work. If this doesn't work, probably just going to get out the bolt cutters anyway, or some other more drastic means of entry. And I'll put that on later. Oops. Other things I have in here. These actually get more use than the picks. This, of course, is for popping the handle off of a Schlage or industrial lever set type. I have a homemade little mini knife for bypassing cheap padlocks. That does come in handy. This actually comes in more handy. For some reason, we have a lot of the master 3- and 4-wheel combination locks, and so this is my bypass tool. Quicker than trying to even put in the correct combination, I can be through a gate with that. This is probably my #1 tool out of my kit. I also carry the Sparrow's Coffin keys. These are the ones that I find work pretty well. Actually, I guess I have all of the Coffin keys in here, don't I? I find I use mostly these two, and I think it was these two. In different purposes, I have the Wafer Picks from Sparrow's. These work really well for the double-sided wafer locks, of which we have some in the plant. And like I said, we do still use some of the old warded, and these come in very handy for that. That's what I carry, mostly in my front pockets, and along with I have a proper keychain of the plant-specific keys that I use on a daily basis on my keychain. I'm not going to show you that because those aren't generic keys that are available everywhere. And I probably could do away with the bulk of these Coffin keys to thin things up, and the bulk of the warded keys. I could get away with carrying a couple less of these, but I like to have the tension wrench for that, and I do find actually that these two come in, so I could get rid of that one. And I could probably thin this down a little bit, but it really doesn't take up too much room. This keeps it nice and comfortable in my pocket because it's heavily padded, and it works well for me. Let me know what you guys think. I need to do my PacLock a month giveaway word. So what word are we going to use this? Well, to go with the podcast, how about we use Locksport? The word Locksport, one word, Use it as one word. Use it in a complete sentence in the comments below, and I'll get you entered for this month's PacLock a month. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember, keep it legal and follow the rules. Bye.